so much for joining us on our revisiting series. I am so excited to show off this particular build. Hi, I am Nick, the Pond King.
So you got lab at it.
I heard the Pond King is part frog and lives in a pond.
Sometimes late at night I hear gurgling and I'm wondering if it's the Pond King that's come back to see his beautiful work. Not sure though.
Just doing our first run through. We are at, what is it, stop number 7? Stop 7 of the day. We just had a nice lunch, and it's really fun to come to what we get to do. Like, this is a backyard that's all about entertaining, and we were one of the first things put in here. They did have a hot tub, but they knew they were going to be doing a pool, and they really wanted this to be about entertainment, about bringing their kids who are in high school home and really bringing everybody here to entertain their friends and family. So they've got a beautiful pool here. The home is in a really cool spot where the river kind of wraps around the property, so you're already surrounded by water, but it doesn't produce the same sound. You know, without that crashing water, without multiple tiers of waterfalls, you just don't get the same feeling that you do when we build something like this for you guys. What I love about this, it was one of our first deluxe pondless waterfalls. What I mean by that is this is one of the first opportunities where the client had given us a chance to use 2 pumps at once. So we have 2 4,000 to 8,000 gallon an hour pumps running, and this really started a lot for us where people wanted to do more and more with larger pumps. Now we've got a pondless waterfall that we've done 4 large pumps on it. So we've got a lot of cool things. You know, you can just follow the tag up here on YouTube and that'll take you to that build. We built that last year, which would be 2023. This was built before we were vlogging. It was the summer of 2018, and it was one of the experiences where we also had the first time to use an excavator for placing boulders. It's a perfect location because when you're standing on the deck, you've got a great view. We're projecting sound up into the bedroom windows. When you first come out of the sliding glass doors here on the patio, you're hearing the sound of this running water. And then you've got a hot tub. They moved the hot tub so that has a good view of this. When the lights come on, it's making a light show on the back side of the garage here. There's just so many cool things about this location. They fell in love with it. They want to do another water feature someday down the road. They've already added another water feature that was done by a local artist named Scott. We met him at a home and garden show. That's also where the clients met him. And that's actually the family seal that he was able to make into a water feature. So I love when you can get one of these pine trees that stays low growing and then it just spreads out and kind of blocks some of those rocks, making it feel like it was always here. And then you've got some different height changes on your plants and it's really letting your eye kind of travel. And over time what happens is you get these cool characteristics standing out in your boulders a little bit more, and the gravel kind of loses itself, and now you're left with just the big boulders standing out, the pretty boulders, the ones we want to look at. So I'm loving it. This is nice and clean. This is what you could expect for your pondless waterfall when it's running. Again, this is 6 years old, and we do a regular spring cleaning and fall shutdown for them. I love it. There's so much rich sound happening. We got high notes because the water's crashing off of rocks and bouncing. You've got low notes because the water has got a thunderous area where there's a lot of flow collecting on itself, rumbling, getting us low notes, and then the mid-tones come out. So I love to tell our clients that these have an ever-presence to them. As soon as you get used to one tone, say for instance the high-pitched noises, all of a sudden you start hearing those low rumbles. And it's not intrusive. Right now I'm not yelling so that you can hear me. I'm talking very normally. So even though this has an ever presence to it, it's not intrusive. That's what we do. We really is a feeling thing. When we're building for you, it's a feeling thing as an artist, how we want to make sure that it has a natural feel, where you're going to be viewing it from, how you're going to be enjoying it. And from there, we really start playing with the rocks and what they tell us to do. So I love it. I love how we got some red rocks in here. We've got some deep colors. I feel like your eye travels across. Like I said, we create living works of art 1 yard at a time. Here it is for you. Check this out. We are here on a project we built back in 2019. We called it a small pondless waterfall. Again, even though it's a little bit smaller, it still has a really good impact on this backyard. All of their seating is pointing to it. Their windows look out at it. It is really designed to make it a focal point of the backyard. I had a pondless waterfall very similar to this when we lived in Bloomington, and I definitely miss it. We're in a townhome now in Prior Lake, and we're just trying to buy our time until the time's right to get our own property. But this is a perfect fitting pondless waterfall. We're in a suburban area, a great backdrop. You can't really see the neighbors behind you. But what it's going to do is it's going to create some sound barriers. So the neighbors can be outdoors playing, having fun, and you can be out here and you're having your own experience because this sound is enough that it's creating a little bit of a barrier. So you don't have to have a huge pond. You don't have to have a giant pondless waterfall that comes down your whole hillside to actually get that sound of running water and get the benefit of this crashing water. And then when you're here, you can feel it. There's a feel to what we do, and that's a sense of relaxation, calmness, and that maybe your troubles from the day just kind of drift away with that sound. I know I would love to have a morning coffee here. I'd love to just crack open my windows and let that sound of running water kind of echo throughout the house. I love it. They've definitely added some plants to it, made it their own. I love the little lantern up there. They've got a cute little turtle right here. The guys did a great job with the rock work, making sure your eye travels across the waterfall. I love when we can get those red stones that are big, and then we always try and complement them so they really stand out with more of a drab one next to it. Things are looking great. It's a great pondless waterfall. This is exactly what you could expect for one running at your house. And if you'd like one at your house, do not hesitate to call us. The number's 952-454-3101. You can also go to our website, www.pkwgs.com. That is Pond King Water Gardens condensed into those 5 letters. And you can fill out a little contact form. If you don't want to be contacted via phone call, fill out that form and I'll send you an email. And we can even text if you prefer that. So just reach out to us. Let us know what your vision is. Let us know what you'd like to do. Show us some of the spaces you're considering. And then we'll go from there. And we'd love a chance to earn your business. All right, so we're at stop number 9, which is in Prior Lake. Let's check this out. It because my kids see this one from their school bus all the time at the stoplight over there. Another reason I love it is they really invested in this space. We had Sir Plants-a-Lot come in after us and added some of these big trees. We built this back in 2020, I want to say. It might have been 2019. You'll have to follow the description for the episode. We have a full-length episode, 2 of them, of us building this. It was a humongous buildup. When we came here, all of this slope was going downhill, and we wanted to make sure that the waterfall was coming towards the house. Whenever we build these, we really want to take into account where you're looking at it from inside the house, how you're going to use this, how you want to use the space, and where you're going to be enjoying it from. because we get to cater our design around all of those things. In this case, because everything was going away from the house, if we invested any money in a waterfall, all the cool sounds and everything is getting thrown away from the home. So when we came out here and started talking about how we could do a pondless waterfall for them, we decided that we could do something pretty magnificent, which we did. And what we ended up doing was bringing in like 6 truckloads of dirt to help us raise our elevation. So we have about a 5-foot height change on the backside, and we were able to tier it with the way we built the retaining wall. What's fun for me is come back after all these years and everything is working the way it should be. The retaining wall is staying strong. These trees look so cool. It made it look like its own little forest where this waterfall is coming out of the woods. I really love these trees as the backdrop and how they're planted together where it is giving it this like forest feel. And then we got some evergreens, some sumac. It's just doing really good. And then, of course, as you're seeing at all of these stops, there's fun little things where our clients like to make it their own. They've got a family of little piglets over here. They've got a beautiful statue. And then it looks like they like to collect pigs because there's another one hiding over here. It's fun, though. It's so fun to come back and see that they're used, that they're loved, that they have their seating areas designed around looking at this water feature, interacting with it, and enjoying it. We started the business in 2007. This is my 21st year of building. We focus on water features. It's our passion, and it's something we've gotten really good at. So that's the kind of relationships we're building with our clients. We're giving them something they always wanted. They're coming out here making memories, and the things we tell them about in our consultations end up being the truth, and we are actually giving them the things we say we're going to give them. So I love that this is our career. I love our team. I love that everybody has integrity and they actually believe in the old-fashioned way of doing business where your handshake and your word actually means something. If we tell you we're going to be here to help you with it, we will, and that's what I love about my team. Our guys stand by their work and they really care about what they're doing. And that's why we get invited back to all of these like we have been. It's not too hard to see why I love my job after getting to come to some of these spots. We are Pond King Water Gardens, where we create living works of art, 1 yard at a time.